Allegiance. States. One minute. Deed of justice for all. Maybe.
Entertain a motion to adopt the agenda.
Motion to adopt agenda.
Or a second?
Second,
All in favor?
aye,
Aye.
Secretary's report.
has been looked over, everything is perfectly perfect.
Okay. Have a motion to accept or adopt.
Motion to accept.
All second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye. Treasurer's report.
We started with a balance of $1,178,870.60. $69,644.68 in deposits. Deficit account of $324,640.76, leaving a ending balance of $923,874.52.
Have a motion to approve, subject to audit.
motion to approve the treasurer's report subject to audit.
Have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye. Okay, the bills.
I ask for approval of paid bills in the amount of $124,312.82.
Have a motion to approve.
I think it's $313.
Yeah.
What did I say?
312.
I even have my glasses on. I'm sure. $4,313.82.
How about a motion?
A motion approved.
Have a second?
second,
All in favor?
aye,
Aye. Chief's report.
Okay. I've been on vacation a lot the last month and I'm surprised how much we got done. So. Leak status, engine 52 after pump testing the truck was found to be leaking from a relief valve. I believed at the time this to be an error on the part of Banner, and I was correct. They came out and they made the repairs and the unit is back in service. Tanker 1234 has a fuel leak in the main fuel line. Captain Moreland is waiting for Rough Diesel to come out and make repairs. As of right now, the unit is still out of service. Squad 12 has a bad multi-function switch for the driving lights. It's a switch on the actual steering column. Fortunately, they haven't changed that switch in like 25 years, so Moreland had extras. So it has been, the repairs have been made. Trailer 1229 had a unique issue in that the Wi-Fi signal is horrible inside the trailer itself. I installed a router this month and it has completely fixed the issue. New Brush 26, Captain Moreland has all the electrical done. We are waiting on the mounting of the two tools and it will be placed in service probably in the next week or two. We sent the unit to Lake West Signs for decals. When it returned, the job was less than acceptable. We contacted them, and after they looked at it, they apologized and agreed it needed to be completely redone. So the decals were reapplied today, and in Lieutenant Metler's words, when he picked it up, it looks 1,000 times better. So there's the truck.
Yeah.
So we're almost done. Headquarters, Easy came out and made final repairs to the HVAC unit above the boardroom. So I don't know if I ever actually said this, but these two rooms are their own zone, and everything else is handled by the unit over the offices. So this one got completely repaired, and then it got cold, and all of a sudden the front got colder than everywhere else in the building. Upon further investigation, it was found that a heat exchanger was rusted out on the front one. So repairs were made on Friday, and they have a few tweaks they need to do to get both of them in sync, but the HVAC system is 100% working properly now in the headquarters building.
Good.
The two computers we received from Department of Conservation had to be wiped and reinstalled with Windows 11, but both are working great. I've already replaced Chief Weberg's computer with one of these new units, and I'll wipe his old Apple when he's done with it. We need to get his passwords and stuff off. This will be a backup for any one of the stations once it's wiped. Mid-County is gonna see if they can get a few more from, MDC, and I told them that they're going down there to find out if they can just grab a couple for us too, and I'll just replace everything and make it all the same. Mid-County also found I guess it's their IT guy, but, for about $75, they'll come out and wipe all the Department of Defense stuff off those computers, which is great, because after I got Kenny's all set up and we unplugged it and moved it to his office, the DoD thing popped up and wouldn't let him access Microsoft OneDrive. So he can get to it, but not the way you're supposed to. So we're fixing that. The LED sign, Lake West has an installer that should be out taking core samples this week to determine the depth he needs to dig for the footing. Once that is done, you should start seeing the frame go up. Staffing, we have completed the hiring. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Hiring process for the second vacant position. We hired John Hayes, who also came to us from Mid-County with 3 years experience as a full-time firefighter. Firefighter Hayes started today, and firefighter Hardy, who was hired earlier this month, started shift on November 10th, and firefighter Snyder has returned from med leave. Negotiation committee, the shop approved their final contract November 6th. I met with the leadership on November 10th, as there were some policy changes that we had to make to coincide with the contract. They had some difficulty converting the original file, and the local president wanted their attorney to review it. I said at the time that I did this, I should have the draft for the full board to review by the end of the week, but I just got it tonight, so I'll send it to you guys in the morning. Dispatching Director Shepard advised that they should start seeing some improvements here directly. They are in the process of tearing out and reworking the multiplexing system, which will eliminate the dispatchers physically changing channels. So I had put up on the board a while back how cluttered that comm screen was. I didn't realize that they physically had to change the channel to the radio they were talking on in order to talk to anybody. And one of the issues that come with that, but the way they used to have it, not now, was if they had more than 3 calls going on at once, there was 2 calls that weren't being heard of the 5 districts. So they completely couldn't hear 2 frequencies if they had more than 2 calls or 3 calls going on at once. So that's been fixed. So he also advised that they restricted the volume control on the headsets. We had a huge issue with you couldn't hear the dispatcher talking. That's a problem. So we used to get on the radio and tell them all the time that they were inaudible, and they finally would turn the volume up. They put restrictions on the dispatcher so they can't turn the volumes down anymore. So more improvements are to come, as I am told. The SAM registration, our federal tax ID renewal with SAM.gov has been submitted. This is a semi-annual registration that we must have for tax grant and federal ID purposes, and the renewal also renews for our federal UIE number. I got confirmation on that Friday that everything was approved, so we're good for another year. Training this month was, we're doing mutual aid live burns today, tomorrow, and the 20th. In December, we're going to do mass casualty and triage incidents. And this month, we will also have completed orientation for the 2 new hires. So that's what training's been this month. Good and welfare, President Sullentrap and I attended the retirement for Chief Mark Hufford. Gosh, Mike Hufford. The ceremony was held at First Baptist Church in Max Creek. John Shepard has officially taken over as the Chief of Southwest Fire District. Call volume, 68 calls for the month of October, 988 alarms year to date. In October, we had 0 structure fires, 1 natural cover fire, 41 medical calls, 1 extrication, and 11 calls for public assistance. Year to date, we've had 21 structure fires, 54 natural cover fires, 537 EMS calls, 4 extrications, 101 calls for public service, and 6 water rescues. And that is the chief's report for 17 November. I'm just going to read the fire marshal's report because Kenny's stuck on a call. October 25, 2025, 22 rough-ins, 10 finals, 3 site inspections, 8 fire blocking, 4 U for grounds, and 22 docks for a total of 53 completed inspections. Permits issued in October, we had 30 docks and 19 buildings for a total revenue of $14,202. Year-to-date permits, we've had 304 docks, 205 buildings, 8 renewals, and 7 fireworks for 524 total permits. Revenue year-to-date, docks $23,645, buildings $89,871.10, $200 in renewals, and $850 in fireworks permits for a grand total of $114,566.10. And that's the term. November 7th.
Entertain a motion to approve chiefs and fire marshals. Boards,
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll
have a
second.
second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, moving on, we have no unfinished business. No new business as such. Do I have any public comment? If not, I'll entertain a motion, to move to closed session.
Motion. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Entertain a motion to reopen the open session.
Reopen open session.
Have a second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. No votes or actions were taken in closed session. Is there any other discussion? Anything else?
Mike, I need a few minutes of your time.
You know, we're.
We